Shalom. I want to give all praise and glory unto Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, HaRakah Kodash. Double honors goes out to the elder apostles, the great millstone, for teaching us this truth. And also I want to acknowledge all the Akim who are pushing this truth with sincerity in the streets of Babylon. All right, so this is a brand new article, video that was on December 20th. Donald Trump, he basically he signed off on the 6th military branch, the Space Force. So let's play the video real quick.
With my signature today, you will witness the birth of the Space Force, and that will be now officially the 6th branch of the United States Armed Forces. That is something really incredible. It's a big moment. That's a big moment, and we're all here for it. Space. Gonna be a lot of things happening in space. Because space is the world's newest warfighting domain. Amid grave threats to our national security, American superiority in space is absolutely vital. And we're leading, but we're not leading by enough, but very shortly we'll be leading by a lot. The Space Force will help us deter aggression and control the ultimate high ground. With today's signing, I will proudly appoint General J. Raymond, the first Chief of Space Operations, and he will become the very first member of the Space Force, and he will be on the Joint Chiefs. He will be on the Joint Chiefs, which are now expanding by one position. That's a very powerful position. It's now signed.
See all those Edomites, man. They're gonna get fucked up, man. Alright, so as you saw that video, in that video, Trump signed off on the Space Force. It's official. It's now officially the 6th military branch of the United States of America. Alright. So now let's go get some scriptures. Let's see. We're going to start off in Revelation. Showing you that, hey, this is why they're demonizing us on CNN, trying to make war with the saints is what's happening, The times are we are in the last days, man. A Space Force. What else would they need a Space Force for besides to fight Yahushai when he comes with his great power and glory, Let's go to Revelation 12:7. It says, and there was war in heaven. Michael and his angels fought against the dragon, and the dragon fought and his angels, and prevailed not. Neither was their place found any more in heaven. And the great dragon was cast out, that old serpent called the devil and Satan, which deceiveth the whole world. He was cast out into the earth, and his angels were cast out with him. All right, so, Yahushai and then Michael the archangel, when they come to do battle with Esau, Edom, as you saw Donald Trump gearing up for the Space Force, he said that that's the next domain that they needed to control, So the word domain, let's actually get it real quick. Domain definition. It says an area or territory owned or controlled by a ruler or government. So Esau, he's so prideful that he wants to, own space now. He's already taken over planet Earth. Now he's in his ignorance. He wants to take ownership of space because that's his pride, And I actually looked it up earlier, domain, and the definition I got was similar to this one, but what it says is complete and absolute ownership of land. Okay, so that's what Esau's pride has basically got him to do. He wants to have the domain in space also, not just on Earth. We're going to go to Obadiah 1, and we'll go to verse 4. And says, let's go to 3. The pride of thine heart hath deceived thee, thou that dwellest in the clefts of the rock, whose habitation is high, that saith in his heart, who shall bring me down to the ground? And you heard Trump when he was talking about his Space Force. He said, oh, we don't have any power right now, but pretty soon we're going to be ahead of everybody with this Space Force. That's that pride that Esau shows. Verse 4. Though thou exalt thyself as the eagle, and though thou set thy nest among the stars, thence I will bring thee down, saith Yahweh. All right, so that's Esau's fate, man. Yahweh's gonna fuck him up when war in heaven starts. All right, but Esau, he's such a prideful man that he literally thinks he's gonna take down Yahweh Shai and Yahweh. All right, it's like the clay, destroying the potter. It's impossible, But he's so prideful that he's lost that logic, Because the pride of his heart has deceived thee, like it says in verse 3. And the heart means mind, In Esau's mind, he thinks nobody can touch him. He thinks he's invincible, all right? All right, so let's get some more scriptures. I'm going to go to 2 Thessalonians 2, and let's go see 3. Well, actually, I was going to go to verse 4. Well, we'll go to 3. Let no man deceive you by any means, for that day shall not come, except there come a falling away first, and that man of sin be revealed, the son of perdition. All right, perdition means destruction. And that man of sin is Esau, all right, the son of perdition. And we'll read 4. Who opposeth and exalteth himself above all that is called Yahweh, or that is worshipped, so that he, as Yahweh, sitteth in the temple of Yahweh, showing himself that he is Yahweh. Alright, so literally Donald Trump and the white man, the so-called white man, they think they're God, right? That's the attitude of Edom. Edomites, they literally have so much pride, they think they're more powerful than their creator. They think they are God, alright? That's verse 8. Let's jump down to that. 2 Thessalonians chapter 2, verse 8. And then shall the wicked be revealed, whom Yahweh shall consume with the spirit of his mouth, and shall destroy with the brightness of his coming, even him whose coming is after the working of Satan, with all power and signs and lying wonders. All right, so that's more Satan's power, right? The Space Force and lying wonders, you know. It's a lying wonder. He literally thinks that he can take down Yahweh and Yahweh Shai. Alright. But Yahweh Shai, when he comes back and all those angels, meaning those chariots, those so-called UFOs, man, they're gonna they're gonna have their way with Esau, man, on that last day. Alright. But you can see, man, this is the last days we're living in, man. Just you see all these signs, you know. This was just December 20th, and when this was when Trump signed off on this, right? A day, basically, I don't remember what day he got impeached, but that's his pride. He got impeached on the 19th, and on the 20th, Esau's over here signing off on the Space Force. You know what I mean? Showing you that, you know, all you people that are excited about Trump getting impeached and all that, you know, and you know, you see it on social media. People were clowning people who were, you know, like, oh, he's impeached. Oh, well, it don't mean shit, right? Because it still had to go through the Senate. All of a sudden, everybody's an expert on impeachment. But yet, the day after his impeachment, this prideful, arrogant Edomite, Esau, he goes and signs his sixth military branch, the Space Force. All right, so that's why we don't vote. You know, the men of the Lord, we don't vote, man. We know it's not even for us. You know what I mean? But all you 2/3 and heathen, you know, you guys think you're doing your duty when you vote, but we know it don't mean nothing. All right. We know this is not our resting place, too. So, yeah, today's the 21st. This was signed off on the 20th, which was yesterday. And basically, he got impeached on the 19th. This is Esau just clowning on you, all right? Esau is clowning your ass, all right? So if you got excited and thinking that Trump was impeached and whatnot, well, guess what? He just signed his military force, his Space Force, the day after he got impeached, supposedly, you know. But let me see. We're going to go to Revelation 17 and 14. It says, these shall make war with the Lamb, and the Lamb shall overcome them, meaning Yahweh Shai is the Lamb, all right? And these is referring to Esau, Edom, the Edomites. For he is Lord of lords and King of kings, and they that are with him are called chosen and faithful. All right, so that's why he's setting up this Space Force, man. He's preparing for the coming of Yahweh Shai. All right, that's why, you know, the microchip, the mark of the beast, that's going to come out this year, man. If I'm not mistaken, ID 2020 kicks off on October of 2020. All right, you're going to have the microchip come out. It's going to be mandatory very soon. And then things are going to speed up, like the elders always say. Once that chip comes out, hey, these prophecies and these plagues are going to come rapidly. All right. You're going to have the missiles shortly after. And the missiles are basically that's when the missiles get set off, that's Yahweh Shai is coming right after that on those chariots, all right? So this historic event for Esau, Edom, and his Space Force, which was signed yesterday, you know, it's manifested into it's a real thing now. Well, now, hey, Revelation getting impatient, all right? In the words of Outkast, they said that in one of their songs. But as you can see, verse 14, Revelation 17 and 14, these shall make war with the Lamb, and the Lamb shall overcome them, for he is the Lord of lords and King of kings, and they that are with him are called chosen and faithful. Speaking of his elect, his chosen, all right? The men of the Lord. All right, let's go to Revelation 18 and verse 5. This is speaking about Babylon, all right? Well, let's read 4. And I heard another voice from heaven saying, come out of her, my people, that ye be not partakers of her sins, and that ye receive not of her plagues. For her sins have reached unto heaven, and Yahweh hath remembered her iniquities. All right, and this is dealing with Babylon. You know, we got to come out of Babylon, come out of that heathen mindset, you know. When that chip comes out, you know, if you're not diligent in your studies, if you're not chosen elect, you're going to take that microchip, man. And you're going to be a partaker of her sins, and you're going to receive her plagues. The microchip is a plague, all right? Verse 5. For her sins have reached unto heaven, and Yahweh had remembered her iniquities. All right, and literally now, you know, another word for heaven would be space, right? I mean, heaven has a couple different meanings. It could be rulership, but it's also a place, which is, in this case, dealing with a place, which, like I say, it's space. So literally, the Edomites' sins have reached unto heaven or space, right? Did not Trump say in that video that he's you know, signing off on the 6th military branch, the Space Force? Esau, Edom, is preparing for war with Yahweh Shai, with the Lamb, all right, like we read in the last verse. All right, let me go to, I had this one marked off, Psalm 10 and 4. The wicked, through the pride of his countenance, will not seek Yahweh. Yahweh is not in all his thoughts. All right. Let's keep reading. Verse 5. His ways are always grievous. Thy judgments are far above out of his sight. As for all his enemies, he puffeth at them. All right, and that's Esau. We just saw Donald Trump setting up his Space Force, right? He wants to take over the earth and now space. He hath said in his heart, I shall not be moved, for I shall never be in adversity. For his mouth is full of cursing and deceit and fraud. Under his tongue is mischief and vanity. All right, and that's Esau, man. Describing Esau, Edom, to a T. All right. So the wicked man, he doesn't care about Yahweh. Like we just read in that verse. Yahweh is never in his thoughts. You know, he thinks he's gonna. He doesn't believe in Yahweh, and you know, he's setting up his Space Force to fight Yahweh and Yahweh Shai. You know, I should say Yahweh Shai because Yahweh Shai is going to be the one to take down Esau. Revelation 12:12. Therefore rejoice, ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea. And that's just dealing with people. There's like a sea of people. For the devil is come down unto you, having great wrath, because he knoweth he hath but a short time. All right, so that's what he's doing, man. Yahweh Shai is getting ready to come back and fuck up Esau and his military and his space force. And he knows, Esau knows he has a short time. And that's why he's demonizing the Hebrew Israelites on CNN. And he's making war with the saints. All right. Let's go to that real quick. Revelation 13 and 7. And it was given unto him. Well, let's back up one. This is talking about the dragon, Esau, Edom. Verse 6, 13:6, Revelation. And he opened his mouth in blasphemy against Yahweh to blaspheme his name and his tabernacle and them that dwell in heaven. So how is he blaspheming the tabernacle? He's talking shit about the church, right? Who's the tabernacle? It's the men of the truth. In CNN, they're blaspheming Yahweh, and they're also blaspheming his tabernacle. All right. We're going to come right back to this, but let's go. Well, let me read this. Verse 7. And it was given unto him to make war with the saints and to overcome them, and power was given him over all kindreds and tongues and nations. All right. So that's the beast. All right. That's the dragon. Esau, Edom, Donald Trump. CNN, all right? They're attacking the Hebrew Israelites, demonizing us. And it says right here in verse 6, he's blaspheming Yahweh's name and his tabernacle. Well, let's go find out who his tabernacle is. And I heard a great voice, this is Revelation 21 and 3, and I heard a great voice out of heaven saying, Behold, the tabernacle of Yahweh is with men, and he will dwell with them, and they shall be his people, and Yahweh himself shall be with them, and he be their God. All right. So he's blaspheming the tabernacle. Esau, Edom is doing that. He's setting up his space force to make war with the chariots, the so-called UFOs. All right. And all of these things are manifesting. It's not a coincidence. This is all, all from the scriptures, We are living in the last days. And, that's why it's so important for all you brothers to be diligent in your studies, diligent in this truth. Things are going to get real, very soon. So that's what it is, man. We just got to be diligent and get ready. Because Esau, Edom, he's coming for you, man. He's coming for us. Yahweh Shai is he's gonna deliver us, man, on them chariots. But we're gonna have to go through this trouble, man. Everything's starting to heat up, man. We're starting a new decade. 2020. It's gonna be a time of lots of prophecy coming in 2020. Starting out with that microchip. And then Esau's getting geared up for war in heaven. All right. So, just want to encourage all the brothers to keep enduring. And, this is really nothing, but we're going to have to endure some really tough things during Jacob's trouble, And I had this really bad cold, and, you get sick sometimes. You feel like you're going to die when you get so, extremely sick. And, I was thinking like, man, Think about it during Jacob's trouble, when there ain't going to be no heat in your house. There ain't going to be no, warm water. A lot of us ain't even going to have food, We're going to be led by the Holy Spirit. And the word is going to be the stability of those times, when these calamities come upon us. We have to keep our faith in Yahweh Shai and Yahweh, and then you're going to be seeing some supernatural things happening, man. But that video, that was just yesterday with Donald Trump signing off on the Space Force, So showing you everything's manifesting. The Bible prophecies are faithful and true. Matter of fact, let's go to it real quick. Revelation 22:7. Behold, I come quickly. Blessed is he that keepeth the sayings of the prophecy of this book. All right? Because the men of the truth, men of the Lord, we believe this book, man. We believe these things are happening. We are the watchmen. We see the things that are happening. We're able to tie the current events with the Bible. Let me see. Well, I can't find the verse I was reading earlier, but basically says that, hey, everything is going to be faithful and true in this book. So, I'm not feeling too good, and I'm going to go ahead and end it on that. Also, I want to give all praise and glory unto Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Ha-Rakah Kodash. Double honors goes to the elders, apostles, a great millstone for teaching us this truth. And as always, I want to acknowledge all the Akyam who are pushing this truth with sincerity. All right, in the streets of Babylon. Shalom to the elect.